HBCU game day, and I have just seen too much. Coach, your team was down and found a way to come back and get the victory, a big SIAC victory. Just talk about the resilience of your team.
That's exactly just what they've been. Last week, it was. You said it could have been a fluke, but these guys come out the way they prepared. They believe in each other, and then even when they got down, they stuck together. Halftime, we made the necessary adjustments. We didn't play our best football there in the second quarter and the end of the first quarter. And then we were able to come out and put a string of scores together, got some stops, and the goal was just to position ourselves to be able to win it, and we were able to do it at the end of the game.
Coach, your quarterback had an amazing day. Just when you needed it and looked like your backs are up against the wall, he would complete a long pass. He would put it in the places where the receivers had a chance, and your receivers did a great job of going after it.
That group of receivers has been consistent all year long. They're playmakers from the top to the bottom. They believe in him. He has their trust. Offensive line did a great job of protecting. And one thing, we admire about Jaron is his decision making. He's not careless with the football, and he continues to know how to move the chains. And in that 2-minute drill there at the end, he didn't panic and delivered a great touchdown winning pass down here at the end.
Coach, when I first came to see you here, you were just starting to build this program.
Yes, sir.
And we're starting to see the fruits of that labor. The team is being built right. It's being built solid. It's not a good team. You're building a great program.
Right.
And you got a lot of kids a lot of talented kids that are buying in to what you're selling. How do you feel? At what point are you in that rebuild?
Well, we're happy with progress, but we're not going to accept the progress as accomplishment. We know we still have things to do. We're going to continue to build the ground of recruiting. Administration has been great with supporting us, and that's the most important key here. Got a great coaching staff here that is diligent, and the student athletes, they want to win, so they're bought in at this point. So we still don't believe that this team has played their best football yet. So moving forward, we're just going to continue to push them to overachieve.
What a great game. Coach Toriano Morgan and the Edward Waters University Tigers not long moved up to Division II. Not long got in the SIAC and now beat one of the favorites in the SIAC. Coach, what's your plan for next week?
Well, they always tease me about how quickly I move on. So the plan for next week is 6 in a row. So we don't have any motivation from the standpoint and the fact that I just found out earlier today that we're Allen's homecoming. So we get a chance to go down there and partake in another homecoming. So we're on to Allen already. So we'll enjoy this tonight, but it's time to go back to work.
All right, an upset right here, Edward Waters campus. The Edward Waters Tigers, with little time on the clock, put together a drive and scored to beat Albany State University. Coach Toriano Morgan and his staff have done a great job. And up next, we'll have the president of Edward Waters. Every time I come to Edward Waters, he's always so nice to me. So, Dr. Faison, we're going to have the president to step in. Coach, I know you're wet from that ice shower. Dr. Faison, hold on 1 second. Let me make sure we got this in the shot. Dr. Faison, now I want you to know he's gonna be asking for a coach's salary because I was over here on the sideline and he was working. He was working the refs, working the players, working everybody. I mean, he's really into the game.
Yes, sir.
And Dr. Faison, not talking about anybody, but sometimes you have presidents that are not that involved in athletics, obviously you are. How does it feel to be out here after just getting this football program up to Division II in the SIAC, and to have the performances like you're seeing?
Well, this man right here and his staff, they made my dreams come true. I mean, I'm really emotional just talking about it because when we came here in 2018, when we said that we were going to move this institution to NCAA Division II SIAC, people literally thought I was crazy. They said, that's not going to happen. You can't do that. Y'all don't have the resources. You don't have what you need. And people thought we were crazy. But they're not saying that today. They're not saying that today. And this man and what he has led and what those young men, I don't even think they realize what they are doing for this institution. We are changing the narrative for Edward Waters University, and it's exhilarating, and I'm just so proud for our entire institution.
And being in this environment of sports media, I'm very glad to hear you say that, because so many institutions don't understand how your profile increases by winning programs. And with Edward Waters, with the move up, with a program that is winning, the excitement in the stands, it's just everybody's buying in.
Yeah,
and it seems like Edward Waters has a lot of momentum at this point.
We do, and we're excited about it, and you're exactly right. You know, we believe that athletics is the front porch, the proverbial front porch to our institution. I mean, I don't care, you name a name brand, and you're going to know something synonymous with regard to their athletics program. And so, you know, we're proud of what we're doing here at Edward Waters. As you can see, I mean, this was a packed house. It was raucous. This environment is just as fired up as any other place in the country, and our students are excited about it, and we want everyone to jump on board, because this train is just getting started here at Edward Waters University.
Absolutely. What the most exciting team in Jacksonville at this point?
Absolutely.
You know,
Absolutely.
You need some X-Lax or some Alka-Seltzer to come watch them play. But nonetheless, two very big wins in the SIAC. Just talk one more time about your players and how they bought in, Coach.
Well, again, you know, they're just a very resilient group, and you can look them at halftime, look them in their eyes. There was no flinching. You know, they never thought at a particular point that they weren't going to win the game. You know, they knew we hadn't played the best football yet, and they knew that we had probably taken their best shot. So we've been a second-half team, third quarter, where we come out and we were able to get some stops again, controlled the drives on offense, and they come away with a field goal and some touchdowns. And, again, it was about positioning. We positioned ourselves to be able to win the game, and they knew what the task was. With 2 minutes left, we practiced our 2-minute drill religiously. So there was no anxiety, and they went down and executed it to the T.
Dr. Faison, I got to close out asking you this question. And, you know, I get emotional too. The profile of Edward Waters, I mean, I just have to be serious.
Yeah, I know. That's right.
It carries over into admissions.
That's right.
Donations.
That's right.
Alumni happy.
That's right.
You know, there is a big effect on athletics, and a lot of people don't get it, but that's why it's concentrated on in schools. And to think of what Edward Waters looks like and what their image is at this moment right now today.
That's right.
Could you really have imagined that in 2018 that it would happen this fast?
I did.
You did?
I did. Now, I don't want to get overly spiritual, but God sent me and sent the people that he wanted to this institution, because this institution has long been primed for what you see today. And so it's by God's grace, but by a lot of work as well, that we are where we are today. And again, the best is yet to come. We're just scratching the surface of what God's going to do here at Edward Waters University. So we're extremely excited. It's not by happenstance that we're the fastest growing HBCU in this state. Mm-hmm. All right, our enrollment has grown by 30% since 2019. That's not by happenstance. It's because we've got everyone pulling in the same direction. And again, the very best is yet to come.
All right, you heard it here. Edward Waters with a last-second defeat of Albany State. Big swing in the SIAC. Coach Morgan, thanks for joining me. Coach Faison, thanks for joining me.
www.ew.edu. You better come get on board.
HBCU Gameday Live. And, of course, we mentioned that earlier today at Everbank. You know, to change the name so much.
They do.
Everbank, I was expecting TIAA Field, but Bethune-Cookman fell to Southern University 28-18.
All them should have been here. Much better game.
Well, I did see some of them here standing over there, and I asked them about the game. Elsewhere in the SWAC and the MEAC, let's see. We got some big games going on today, so if we can just get to them. Okay, Alcorn State 31-7 over Arkansas Pine Bluff. Jackson State 21-6 over Mississippi Valley. Let me tell you, it is tough to go out to Mississippi Valley. I don't care what your team looks like. They don't cut the grass. You know, they put that mojo on. It's tough to win in itty bitty. So 21-6, Jackson State bounces back. Tennessee State rolls Lincoln of California 54-0. Hampton, not a good day for the Hampton Pirates, 47-3. They were defeated by Delaware. Not a good day for North Carolina A&T. These former MEAC teams are not finding as great success as probably they thought they'd find as quickly. North Carolina A&T got rolled by Richmond 33-10. South Carolina State with a big win, Buddy Pugh 35-7 over Delaware State. And then a big upset, maybe not, Howard University 27, Norfolk State 23. MEAC is getting close, and of course on Thursday night, North Carolina Central eked out a win over Morgan State. Let me tell you, Morgan State held them without a touchdown.
They got a hell of a defense.
Yes, Morgan State's defense really showed that they are something to be dealt with. Held the reigning national champions in Division I to one touchdown.
Wow.
The rest were field goals.
Wow.
And eked out a 16-10 win. And, of course, right now, an upset in the brewing, Texas Southern 14, Florida A&M 0. That's in the second quarter, 2:24 remaining in that. I know Coach Willie Simmons is probably livid there. But HBCU Game Day Live coming to you from Edward Waters Stadium. And thanks for joining us. Congratulations to the Tigers on a big win over the Albany State Golden Rams.
Blue Florida Classic returns on Saturday, November 18th. Get ready to experience the greatest rivalry in HBCU sports as the Florida A&M Rattlers and the Bethune-Cookman Wildcats meet in Orlando. Don't miss out on the best bands in the land as the FAMU Marching 100 and the BCU Marching Wildcats show up and show out. Every play, every beat. Experience the Florida Blue Florida Classic. Get your tickets now at floridaclassic.org.